Hello, welcome to the Insight Labs Looker Studio tutorials. I'm Erol and I help marketers make better decisions using data. In this video, we will talk about reference lines and bands in Looker Studio. First, let's discover what they are and why they are important. So reference lines and bands are visual indicators that help you highlight key thresholds, averages, targets, or other important values in your charts. Why? So they provide context. So you can take a look at your data points and you can easily compare them against benchmarks or certain thresholds. They can help you make decisions. You can easily identify trends, anomalies, and goal progress. It can help you to craft your story as well. Visually highlight the key takeaways in reports. They also saves time for you. So manually checking, averages or certain thresholds, the goals versus seeing this reference line there at all times can save you a lot of time. I have two examples for you. So let's play with them. Here, first we see a bubble chart. On the x-axis, we do see total revenue, and on y, we do see sessions. Since it's a bubble chart, we used another metric to being the third metric as conversion rate. So it indicates the bubble size. Higher the bubble size, the higher the conversion. In itself, it is helpful to help us identify that this channel brought the highest revenue and highest session, and this one not that much sessions but good enough revenue, but it was the highest conversion rate. It has the highest conversion rate. So let's say that we want to add reference lines to this chart. We can go to the style tab, and here we will see this reference line and reference bands. We will start with the reference line. Click on it, and then you will see the type has this drop down. You will see three things there: a constant value, a metric, and a parameter. So let's say that I want to add a metric to this, and it selected the available metrics, which was one of the available metrics was total revenue, and it again selected average. I can come here and change it to median or percentile, and I can give a percentile, min, max, total, maximum, etc. So it plays accordingly. So there are these tiny dots you may not be seeing, but the minimum is there. Anyway, so we want to do average total revenue by channel. Okay, so it added this label by default as average. You can change it to average revenue. Good. And then we want to add another reference line, this time for sessions. Go ahead and select a metric again. Now we have other metrics available. Once you click on it, you will see them here, the sessions. By default, it selected the average as well. We can change stuff, but I will leave it as is. And I want to call it average session. Now it helps us quickly identify which of these channels had above average visits and above average total revenues, for example. So these guys. And which ones had below average sessions and below average revenues? This one. So among these groups, for example, this one has a high conversion rate. So if we can find ways to send traffic to website through this channel, chances are that we will be able to convert them better. Or this one. So we need to investigate this because the UTMs are not assigned properly. It seems unassigned here. Anyway. So adding these lines can help you quickly identify the trends. Let's go to the second example. Here, we have a chart, line chart, and we have date and total revenue. This time, we can add reference bands instead of lines because we have already done. Let me do the lines first, and we can do the bands as well. Anyway, so we selected this total revenue because that's the only option. Here we can easily find out that the days that we have generated above average revenues and the days that we have generated below average revenues. So let me remove this and let's add a reference band. Let's say that in January 25 and 7, there was an issue with the website. Okay, so let's add this band. Since that I'm talking about the timeline, I need to go ahead and find this axis and I need to change it to the x-axis, okay? Because the x-axis is the timeline. What I said is that January 25th, let me select January 25th as the starting point. Oops. All right. And let's add a ending value as well. And this time we can add January 27th. Click on it, January 27th, right? This is tiny time frame. We can add a background color to here. For example, we can use a reddish color to indicate there was an issue with the website, right? So we selected the beginning date. We edit this label. The label is added again by itself. So we want to add the context is that maybe payment processor or payment, let's say payment issues. Okay. Let's say that we had payment issues on these days. Thus, we had these low revenues for these days. So once we add these things into our tables, dashboards, graphs, anyone will receive these things, will be able to identify why there's this anomaly happened, for example. So this is it for today's video. Thank you for watching it. If you like it, please like it. If you want to learn more about Looker Studio, Google Analytics, Tag Manager, consider subscribing to my channel and see you in the next video.